she's losing interest fast, here's your only move. If she's losing interest, you don't have time to try 5 different things. You don't have time to figure it out slowly. Because the truth is, when a woman starts pulling away, you're already on the clock. And most guys panic and make it worse. They text more, they try to fix it. They ask, what's wrong? And that's exactly why she loses the rest of her attraction. So if she's fading, if her texts are getting shorter, if she's suddenly busy all the time, then there's only one move that actually works. And it's not what your instincts are telling you to do. So let's break it down what's really happening. When a woman loses interest, it's not random, and it's not out of nowhere. Attraction's dropped, and attraction drops when you become too available, too predictable, and too invested too fast. You basically talked her out of liking you, not with one big mistake, but with a series of small ones that lowered her attraction. Now, here's where most guys completely blow it. They feel her pulling away and they think, I need to do more. More texting, more effort, more explaining, more reassurance. But that's backwards. Because attraction doesn't grow through pressure. It grows through space. It's the in-between times when women's attraction grows for you, where they think about you. It's completely opposite from us men. You cannot negotiate attraction. You can't convince her to like you more just because you try harder. It's not a business deal to be won through negotiation. It's emotional, not logical. So what's your move? It's simple, but it's not easy. You pull back. Not halfway, not just on the surface, you pull back for real. And I know what you're thinking. If I stop reaching out, won't I lose her? But here's the reality. You're already losing her. So pulling back doesn't create the problem, it exposes it. Because when you stop chasing, one of two things happen. She either comes back or she fades out completely. And both outcomes are actually wins for you. So now pulling back does not mean ignoring her out of spite or acting cold and bitter. It does not mean acting butthurt or doing it in dramatic fashion. I'm not talking to you anymore. It doesn't mean posting things to try to make her jealous or playing games. That's reactive behavior. That's weak. And that's manipulative, or it'll be seen as manipulative and will therefore backfire. So what pulling back actually means is you stop initiating. You match your energy. You still match your energy. And you're still positive if she ever reaches out to you. You're not ghosting her. You're just not initiating. You're always happy to hear from her, though, if she does reach out. And you're always very positive in your interactions with her. You never, ever, ever act butthurt. You just act busy. So this is a shift in mindset. You go from, how do I get her to like me, to, does she deserve my attention? And that one change flips the dynamic, because now you're not chasing her approval. You're evaluating her behavior. So let's talk about something most men experience in the moment but don't understand. This is what I call the emotional hurricane. So this is the moment when you know what the right move is, but you feel this overwhelming urge to do the exact opposite. You're letting your emotions run you instead of you running you. So you're sitting there like sort of watching it happen, like you're a character in a movie with no agency, with no control. So logically, you know that texting her again for the 10th time is a terrible move. Logically, you know that chasing is going to push her away. But emotionally, it's like something else is in control, like your emotions are the puppet master, and you're just a puppet on a string. Did you consciously decide to act needy? No, of course not. Did you logically think, this is a great idea. Let me lower my value. Let me lower my status by acting all needy and desperate. No, of course not. But the urge is strong, like the pull of a rip current. It pulls you out, dragging you out to sea, and you don't recognize it. You just get pulled out, pulled under. Now, Most men lose women because they can't control their emotional state. They don't lose her because they didn't know what to do. They lose her because they couldn't stop themselves from doing the wrong thing. That's the emotional hurricane at work. So the first step is awareness. You have to step back and ask yourself, who is in control right now? Is it you making calm, logical, grounded decisions? Or is it the emotional hurricane dragging you around on a leash? Because if it's your emotions leading, you lose every time. There is no scenario where acting from desperation improves attraction, ever. So your job is not to eliminate the feeling. Your job is to let the feeling pass. You sit in it, you feel the urge, and you don't move. Now that is strength. That is strength. So an example of this might be a time where, and if you look back at it, if you feel emotionally charged with this woman, have there been other times in the past where you've felt the same or similar about other women? If you've had enough relationships, there probably have been. And since most women are the ones who end relationships, it's quite possible that you've had other ones in the past like this, where you felt emotionally charged, emotionally upset, and you're losing her. And it tends to stir emotions in us. But that's what being stoic and manly is all about. It's about using discipline to control your emotions to get the outcome that you want. And so if you allow your emotions to lead you, it will make bad decisions a lot of the time. It's not like a romantic comedy where you run through the airport and get her. That kind of scenario in real life is actually quite rare. And you might be arrested for being a stalker if you try nonsense like that. No, in real life, you're the man. You have the mission, you have the purpose, you have the frame, you have the world. She is entering into your world as a contribution, not the other way around. And when it is the other way around, it almost always fails because the energy is wrong. And she feels it and you kind of feel it too, and somehow you can't just place your finger on it, but it's wrong nevertheless. So basically the lesson here is that you have to build a life worth a woman entering into, whatever that happens to look like. Then you come from a position of power. So your mission is to create such a life for yourself so that you are attractive as possible, so then you have women lining up to join you. It doesn't just mean money, although that is a big part of it. It also means attitude, and it means how you act and interact with women. That's something that can be learned and should be learned. My hat's off to you. If you like and subscribe, I'd appreciate it. Thank you.